Greetings, viewers. By the title of the video, you can obviously tell the momentous occasion that we are celebrating, even if I'm kind of celebrating it a little late. So a special occasion like that deserves a special video. Now here is a friend that I'm sure nobody remembers. This is the Zenith Z Select 100 486. It's 486DX33. You can see the CPU there. And we're going to see if we can get this thing to run. Well, that was interesting. It was complaining about a Cmos failure because one of the memory modules, I guess, came unseated. But the problem is as follows. You can set this to sane values, whatever you want, and I'm going to F4 to save. And now is when it'll probably do its job. But the issue is that it does not save its CMOS settings. So I added all the components back except the CD-ROM, because I will not be adding that particular CD-ROM back. So I suppose it won't really matter, because I will be having a CD-ROM in here. The issue, I believe, is that the Adaptec SCSI card wasn't ringing in, and it was because of a conflict with the parallel port, or at least that's what it was reporting. But it should have rung in by now. Okay, I've got my external battery pack hooked up, making sure that it was the correct polarity. At least what I hope is the correct polarity. The way I did this is you take your negative probe of a multimeter, you hook it up to a ground somewhere, say chassis ground or some other ground, something that's obviously ground, and you check the pins. Zero resistance is your likely negative battery terminal, so that's what I did. I got zero resistance out of it, so hopefully this will work and I won't blow it up. Well, it hasn't blown up yet. I took out the SCSI board because I'm unsure if it actually works. I'm going to configure the system the way it's supposed to be configured without the SCSI board, and then I'll try putting the SCSI board back in. F2 to run setup. Yep, that's fine. I will actually set it. It is 10:58 p.m., so that is 58, and it is June, today is what, the 16th, I believe, of 2018. I don't know if it's actually Y2K compliant. Set that to not installed. Diskette A is supposed to be 3.5. Diskette B, maybe not. Maybe Diskette 5 is, or Diskette 0 is actually the 5.25. But I'm going to set it up that way. And we'll see if it saves these. It might go back into 1999, because it might not actually be Y2K compliant. Invalid configuration information. Okay. Well, it didn't save that. It did save this, though. So let's try the other option. Focus. I don't see the need for it to do the memory test all the time. Invalid configuration information. Okay, that's just weird. I wonder why it's doing that. Those are all fine. Let me play around with it a little bit. Check it out, folks. I just got it to complete a power on self-test. I believe I can go into the BIOS by pressing Control, Alt, and S. I guess not. We'll just go to the setup utility. I think this floppy drive is bad, this 5 1/4 floppy, because with it installed, well, it wasn't working properly. I've also determined that this is not, in fact, Y2K compliant. So let's set that to 3.5 inch 1.44 meg. And try that. The other good news is that I shut it down, obviously to remove that floppy drive, and it kept the setting. It didn't complain about the Cmos settings being trashed. So that's also good. We're getting somewhere. Not very far, but we are getting somewhere. So you can see there it's not complaining. We got one beep and then it complains about there being no boot device. Now I wonder where my first DOS disk is at. That's disk 2. Let me see if I can find a DOS disk and we'll try and boot into DOS. Okay, here's the first real question. Does it start anything? Does that floppy drive actually work? Something tells me it doesn't. That or it doesn't understand this. So I probably am going to have to get my DOS disk. Okay, due time, folks. I've got a boot floppy in there. I've had it off for a little bit. Let's see if it managed to save the settings. I'm a little concerned about this. I think I'm going to end up having to replace that fan. I think I'm probably going to find that it did not save my settings, though. Because, of course, my life is a comedy, for somebody at least. Certainly not for me. Okay, here we go. Control-Alt-S. No complaints. Awesome. Except I still don't think that floppy drive works. Because it's not booting. Let me try another floppy drive. Okay, replacement floppy drive time. Let's see if it worked now. Maybe, maybe not. I'm starting to wonder if maybe there's something wrong with the motherboard in this machine. Which is why the SCSI board doesn't work. Among other things. Well, it completed a seek test. It's got a red light on the front. But it's still not booting. Well, we're at a stalemate again. I haven't got anywhere with it. I've changed the cable, I've changed the drive, I've tried different boot settings. It ain't starting, no matter what I do. So, I think the motherboard's got a problem. Now, I just pulled the RAM out. It's telling me it's invalid. System configuration, memory size, invalid. Okay, well now it's set it properly. So I'll set that back to 1.44. If this doesn't work, which I don't think it will, because that's a strange thing to cause that problem, then I'm going to strip it, because I don't really have... I don't think it works. No, it's not starting. It just sits here. Okay, so it's now been about 4 hours, and we've got nowhere with this. So this is how I'm going to leave it. I replaced the CD-ROM with a different one because I want to use the NEC multi-spin for something else anyway. I pulled out the 5 1/4 inch floppy drive because it doesn't work. That much is known. Even if it works in software, the clamp mechanism's busted, so I can't use it. That's still the same. The cabling is all still the same. But I've removed the SCSI board. Because I am not going to take defeat for an answer. Hello, NEC, ready 46. That's 9625. I've installed the SCSI board as well as some slot blanks. I'm going to try the SCSI board, and if it works, then I'll try the hard drive. If it doesn't, well then I guess I won't try the hard drive. I really should figure out something for that CPU cooling fan. Not that it'll really make much of a difference, because that heatsink is about 6 times bigger than what it's supposed to be anyway. Yep, I think that SCSI board is working. If it'll ever ring in. That's promising. I wonder why it's waiting, though. Usually it's not supposed to wait. Digital. Although this is actually a quantum hard drive. This is what was installed in the other machine. That is that drive head locking. Waiting for ID 0. Might have to do some research. I figured it out. Dynamic scanning was turned off on this. So now it's booting to the onboard hard drive. This is what was installed on it. It's like mouse. What else was installed on this? Doesn't look like a whole lot. Other than somebody's personal data. Go figure. It's got games on it. What kind of games? Nahag. Let's see. Who are you? Sure. This looks like one of those Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy style games. Really quit, yeah. Do you want your possessions identified? No. Do you want to see your attributes? No. Do I care? No. I don't care. Get out of here. Alright. So, there you go. That's what that is. That's what's on that drive. But I'm not done yet. How about this drive? Doesn't come on. Hope it comes on when the SCSI bus rings in. It sees it, but the drive isn't running. I don't know if that's an error or what. Alright, yeah, the drive is no good. It said that it was connected but not ready, so I'm assuming that there's some kind of an issue, maybe with the jumper configuration. Right now I don't care, so moving on. Now here is the interesting one. It didn't see it. It doesn't see the device. Huh. Will it see it now? There, now it sees it. It just needed time to spin up. Is there anything bootable on it? Nope. So, oh well, I guess that's it for the video. I don't have anything else to share with you. But wait, there's more. I just realized that I could put a hard drive in there that's got stuff on it and see if that starts. This ought to be interesting. I also only just now noticed this map of the motherboard. So I'm going to have to check all those jumpers and make sure they're all correct. Okay, well if this doesn't work, there's not much I can do for it. I have a multifunction I/O board, but it's some stupid media bus thing. Frankly, the media bus has no right existing, but it's media bus, so I can't use it in this. I'm assuming I hooked everything up correctly. Hard drive light being on constantly does not fill me with confidence. Should tell me that the configuration's invalid, or it won't. But I'll go ahead and I'll put it in. So what is the CHS parameters on this drive? 523 cylinders. How many heads? 32 heads. 63. Oh, that's right precompensation. That landing zone I'm going to set to 0. 63 sectors per track. 514 megabytes. That's not correct, but let's just assume it's correct. And we'll F4 on that. Hard drive light's going out. Let's see if it'll boot to the floppy, the hard drive, or if I need to go check my cable, because my cable could be an issue. My light's on constant again. Hey! Look at that. It works. Ha! That's nice. So now what I need to do... I really don't understand why that hard drive light is on constantly, though. It's actually kind of annoying. That command or file name on Windows. Really? Ooh, corruption. Alright, I think there is definitely something going on here. Oh yeah, that's better. Much better. And of course it's French, so I'm going to have to get rid of it. But anyway, I had to look at the drive and the CHS parameters that are on the drive, which are entirely different than the ones that are listed on the internet. So I put those in. 1 extra megabyte apparently makes a difference. Well, it does. So in case anybody was ever doubting that, did it just lock up? I'm going to try this. I've now got a disk in the floppy drive. Let's try working it from MS-DOS. No, it does not work. It doesn't do anything. Green light's on, but nobody is home. So I'm going to have to figure out some other way of doing this. Fortunately, I don't think it's going to be too difficult. Now, I'm going to get the CD-ROM drive working. So I have to transfer files. So I need to receive binary file, put it into C, Oak CD-ROM, just the generic CD-ROM driver, and I'm going to transfer over here. I'm going to send, oops, I want from A. I want Oak CD-ROM.sys. So push OK, and with any luck, it will actually transfer. Hopefully. There it goes. Transferring at a blistering 19,200 bits per second. Alright, so this should be fairly straightforward. We need to edit our config.sys and autoexecute.bat files in order to make this work. So config.sys, we need to add, well, it's already got high mem, and in the high memory area we need to add the Oak CD-ROM.sys driver. So I'm going to do that. Come on. Put in a drive letter, and then I believe MSCD001, that should work. 3 zeros or 2 zeros? 2 zeros. Alright. So that should be all that we need to add. I mean, I could add last drive. I'm going to go without it. So save that, and then we need to edit autoexecute.bat. With any luck, this will work. Load high. Again, I need /D and a CD01. /I should be D. So that's our drive letter. Oops. And reboot the machine. And hopefully that will work. Don't know what I was showing because I wasn't looking at the camera, so I apologize if it was all off the screen. But there you go. The worst thing this could possibly do is make it crash. It may still have difficulty with having two devices on the same channel. Told me there was an illegal option, so maybe I just need to get rid of that option. But I should have a CD-ROM now. So if I eject it, and I put a disk in it, such as, for example, wherever it is, Windows 3.1 on CD, totally legal, by the way. Well, it is. I made the disk for my copy, but so we'll see what that manages to do. Get out of this. away, go away. I don't know why it feels the need to do that. File manager. No, it doesn't show up. Crap. Okay. I mean, it saw the drive. It knows the drive exists. But that's an invalid drive, so I'm going to have to do some more work here. I figured it was something as simple as that. The option was wrong. So now I can Control-Alt-Delete, and it should load my driver to screwing up. It's too bad there isn't like a Zenith logo at the boot startup. I know when Packard Bell used this same BIOS, they had a little boot splash. But, oh well, can't really ask for much. I'm also assuming that this is the original motherboard, which I think it is, because it matches the thing on the case, so unless that was added later. Who knows? There we go. So I put in D. I can access my DVD drive. Look at that. Holy crap. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinstall Windows 3.1. So that way I can have an English Windows 3.1 on here. Here we go. Running Windows 3.1 setup from CD-ROM. Set up Windows now. Press Enter. I'm going to use a custom setup. So, found a previous version. Blah, blah, blah. No, I want to install it to Windows. I want to keep the old stuff still there. So we'll push Enter on that. The above list looks fine. I can see if I can find the Cirrus Logic driver for it, but I don't really know if I care enough. So now it's copying to the hard drive from the CD-ROM. Rather quickly, too. I don't believe that I have everything on that CD-ROM, though. I think that there might be some parts missing, but it shouldn't really matter too much. This video is already up at 37 minutes. Hope it doesn't ask me for a license key, because I don't know where I put that. Probably in the books, which are sitting up somewhere. That's okay. Alright, set up printers. I don't have any printers. Set up Windows components. Sure. Just going to set up everything. It looks like everything there is going to be set up. So, cool. Virtual memory. Do I need virtual memory at 32 kilobytes or 32 megabytes? I don't know if I need it. Yeah, I don't think I need that. So let's just set it to nothing. With 32 megs, it should be more than enough. I'll come back when that's done. I don't want to make this video any longer than it already really is. Okay, next step, make all modifications for me. And now it's setting all that up. So let's search C. Edit is MS-DOS editor. Should have found quite a bit. don't see any of the games, though, that I had on it. Well, we'll just go ahead and add them all. Don't need the tutorial. We'll restart the machine. I can probably remove the CD. So there are a bunch of games on that other Windows install, and I can't find them. And I don't think it found them. Assuming they still actually exist. So this should be the new Windows install, and it is. And I don't think it added those. There's a couple of things. I might have to change some of these program groups around, but I think I'm going to deal with that later. Anyway, let's just install some more software. That'll be the last thing I do on this video, which is now up at 41 minutes. This should be a couple of different things. Assuming it can read the disk. Sounds like it's making a lot of noise, but not doing a whole lot of working. Sounds to me like it doesn't like the format, which is certainly possible. So I might have to put the CD in something else and transfer the files over serial. I could certainly do that. Oh, I just realized I made the incredible mistake when I moved that stuff over to a temporary directory. I deleted all of the games. Man, that sucks. Oh well. So, that's all. I don't have anything else for you. I'll have to see if I can find those. Probably can. And I'm sure they're on the internet somewhere. But until then, folks, thanks again for 1,000 subscribers, and hope we get quite a few more in the very near future.